I'm going to rank the Jim Blossoms records. I love this band. They are power pop to its finest. How I rank albums, I listen to each song, give it a grade of 1 to 4, add up all the grades, divide by the number of songs, get a mean average for each record, put them in order. Number 6 is going to be an album called Dusted. A lot of people aren't familiar with this album. It came out in 1989, and I don't think it's ever been released in any digital format. I think it just came out on cassette, maybe record, but I know cassette. There are people who have taken the cassette and uploaded it to streaming services, some free ones out there, so you can find it. It's called Dusted. One word for Dusted, it sounds like demos. I mean, it's really cool to hear Hey Jealousy and Lost Horizons and Idiot Summer, but they do sound like demos compared to the versions we know now. But it's okay. Definitely check it out. It's a good record, considering the band had not even begun a, their career. They were a bar band at this point. All right, number 5, Major Lodge Victory. This came out in 2006. Another one that you might not be familiar with for the simple fact that it's not on Spotify. Now, I've not searched for it on any other streaming service, but it's not on Spotify. I don't know if the band makes that decision, if the label who was behind the album makes that decision. I don't know why they wouldn't want it out there. But it's called Major Lodge Victory. It came out in 2006. One word for Major Lodge Victory. It sounds flat. It has the Jim Blossom sound. It doesn't have the Jim Blossom sparkle. The production of it does not sound as as good as the albums that came out around it. I don't want to say it sounds like it was recorded in a bedroom, but it kind of sounds like a home studio recording. That means nothing because I don't know how to back that claim up. It just kind of sounds flat. There are no great songs on it. The worst tracks on Major Lodge Victory, The End of the World, and Supergirl. I do not like those two songs. Number 4, No Chocolate Cake from 2010. One word for No Chocolate Cake, it is surprising. I mean, we had Major Lodge Victory, that was kind of a letdown, and then No Chocolate Cake comes out, and it is good. The best tracks on No Chocolate Cake, Don't Change for Me, I Don't Want to Lose You Now, Wave Bye Bye. These are as classic as any Jim Blossom song could be. The worst tracks on No Chocolate Cake, If You'll Be Mine, Something Real, not great. But No Chocolate Cake is a good record for sure. If you like anything I say, please hit like and subscribe. Number 3 is the album Congratulations, I'm Sorry from 1996. One word for Congratulations, I'm Sorry would be doomed. And that's kind of a silly word because the album sold a bunch and had some great hits. But I say doomed because it followed maybe one of the greatest 90s albums ever made, one of the greatest power pop records ever made. When you follow an album that is going to be legendary status, it was pretty clear, and it is legendary status. When you follow an album like that, even though it's your album, you're always going to be compared to that album. There's nothing they could have done to repeat what they had just done. So, but it's a great record. The best tracks on Congratulations, I'm Sorry, Day Job, Follow You Down, As Long as It Matters, Perfectly Still, and there are no bad tracks on the album. Tracks 7 through 12 are kind of forgettable, but they're not bad. Number 2 is Mixed Reality, 2018. One word for Mixed Reality, finally. And this is no disrespect to the 4 albums prior. But Mixed Reality is awesome. It is their second best album. It is awesome. It's got the energy. The best tracks: Break, Face the Dark, Angel Fly, Miranda Chicago. These are just amazing songs. The band just has an energy to them. I love it. There are no bad tracks on Mixed Reality. It is just a solid, solid record. But number 1 is New Miserable Experience. Came out in 1992. One word for New Miserable Experience: it's a masterpiece. It might be in my top 10 records ever made. Every song is perfect. I can't think of a single note, a single measure, a single instrument, a single backup vocal. I can't think of anything on this record that is not perfect. Of course, Doug Hopkins is a major part of this record. Rest in peace. The last tour that I seen them at the House of Blues, they did New Miserable Experience front to back in order to, thank God for that. And Robin Wilson on 3-4 times thanked Doug Hopkins, and I think most everybody there knew the story. It's a sad story, but Doug Hopkins was part of the band, a major songwriter. Some say maybe the driving force. And for whatever reason, he was having some problems, and he sold out his share of the band to the band. And then, of course, not too long after, they blow up and get huge. And I mean, it'd be one thing if you were just a session drummer, but this was Doug Hopkins' band in many ways. He and Jesse Valenzuela kind of carried the rock on this musically, I believe. Half the album is Jesse Valenzuela songs, and half the album is Doug Hopkins songs. Now, of course, they have people helping them and coming in and out of the writing, but it seems to me it's kind of a lopsided album. Not lopsided, it should be. It's like a teeter-totter. Each side is actually the opposite of lopsided. Each side is awesome. The last song, Cheatin', which is the weirdest tune, it's like a country tune. That's the only song that Hopkins and Valenzuela wrote together. So just a monster album. Every song is good. I can't even tell you what song is my favorite. Probably just Lost Horizons because of that Bill Lean bass line. Just a masterpiece of a record. If you like anything I've said, please hit like and subscribe. Peace.